Welcome to another video tutorial from 2dgameartguru.com. Today I'm working in Inkscape version 1.44 to create this multicolored infinity loop. I'm using basic shapes, pattern along paths, the node tool and the shape builder. I love working with the path effect pattern along paths. It's extremely versatile. The design has 3 differently colored tracks based on the same paths. Once I hide these layers, the base shape is visible. That's the path with the path effect, and this is the path with just a plain white stroke. And this is where the pattern along paths can get a little tricky. Sharp corners or nodes angled the wrong way can derail a design. In this case, I left the loop open. I want it overlapping but not closed. When I closed it, the pattern along paths played up. Another problem is the limitation of the pattern along paths. I want 3 colors. The tool just allows a single path, which means a single color. When I combine my 3 colors with a path union and place them as the pattern along the path, it inherits the attributes of the loop. I turn the stroke off and set it to fill and end up with a single yet wider path. When I skip the center, the mid-orange tone, and just combine the top and bottom using the path union, and use this resulting path as the pattern for the loop, I end up with 2 loops intersecting in the center. When it comes to intersecting vectors, the shape builder is the easiest way to solve those issues. I start by deleting the 2 drop shapes either side and then combine the tracks. Selecting a part turns it blue, holding the mouse down while moving over the next part adds it to that shape. This turned the pattern along paths into 3 separate shapes, which can now be colored individually. I add a simple shading shape with the pen tool where the overlap happens to bring out the top and set the bottom part back. I give it a black fill with a gradient, set the opacity to 70% and repeat the process on the other side. And that's the magic of the pattern along paths. Combined with the shape builder, it was easy to create the infinite loop. Let's try a slightly different approach and slightly separate the 3 shapes and use that as the pattern along paths. Using the shape builder and a path offset, I probably could get the same result as I did before. When I add more shapes and gaps to the pattern, it becomes a little bit more tricky to get the intersection done in the shape builder, but the result is worth it. I end up with 3 tracks plus separating lines in the middle. Once colored differently, the tracks will become more obvious. Even just turning on the shading shapes helps. This is odd, something did not connect even though I thought it was in the shape builder. A simple selection of both elements and the path union fixes that issue. As long as you stay with the same base path and adjust the pattern to the previous patterns, you can easily stack different patterns in order to add more detail, complexity, or color to your design. I created these small rectangles and aligned them with the previous pattern. Once I assign them to a duplicate of the loop as the new pattern path, they align perfectly with the previously created tracks. By setting the pattern to repeated and increasing the spacing, I add gaps, resulting in something that looks like road markings. For even more detail, you could add another duplicate on top. Having done 3 colors, let's increase it to 6. Now I have an even number. That means if I take every second block out, I need something at the base. So I scale the bottom one to just be a thin line, combine those with path union, and assign them as the pattern along the path. With the scaling of my pattern not matching the line, I need to adjust the width. I can either do that in the Path Effects panel or adjust it via the handle and the node tool. In order to fill the gaps between the lines I created, seeing this is not a closed loop but open at both ends, I add a rectangle on either side, combine them with the Boolean exclusion to create a checker pattern at the ends. That way the lines are not connected but closed off for the Shape Builder tool to work. You might wonder why I use the Shape Builder instead of using the Path Break Apart. When I break this combined path with Path Break Apart, I just get the filled shapes, not the gaps in between that I need for every second color. So it's time to use the Shape Builder tool again. I select each track and move on to the next, not combining them. I clean up the ends, even though that makes no difference whatsoever. Only the blue shapes will be created once I leave the Shape Builder tool. Now I have my 6 different tracks and can color them individually using the dropper tool. When working on even numbers of tracks for the pattern along paths, add a border shape to create that additional gap. Seeing I had so much fun, let me quickly do one more, a stacked pattern of 3 tracks using the same path. The first is the ground, the second one are the sleepers. It's a repeated pattern with spacing. On top of that is the same path, and this time the pattern is the track itself. I added a drop shadow effect to the sleepers and the rails. To create these different designs, I used the same tools. There's basic shapes, the pattern along path effect, the node tool, and the Shape Builder. Give them a try and play around with it. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I will see you again soon.